All right, gentlemen.
And welcome back to another year of high school game day here at BCHS. A lot to look forward to this season. Kyle, are you hyped for this year?
Incredibly hype night. Can't wait. In the words of Bart Scott, can't wait.
A lot to look forward to this year. First one, we're going to have this every game day week when we have a home football game. Should be exciting. Chai, you going to have another winless week this year?
This is going to be the start of perfect week after perfect week, guys. I mean, I learned my lessons. Hubris, that is the beginning of failure. But listen, y'all, it's hard to not get excited at the start when everybody's undefeated, right? I mean, that's what's exciting about the start of any sports season. And here we are on the precipice of another one, and we're really pumped about it.
All right, so we should just get going into it. Shorter lunches this year. So we're going to start with our college football season.
It was,
no,
yeah.
Yes. Is it? I mean, you reduced it from 40 to 35 and now 30?
Isn't it 29 today, too?
Oh, 29 today? Yeah, you want to comment on that?
That's a whole nother show. You can bring your complaints then. It's football today.
All right, so let's go ahead and start with our college football picks for the week. The first game we got is the first game of the season. Tomorrow, Miami Hurricanes versus the Florida Gators.
I can't wait for both of these teams to underperform this season. But with that said, I got to go with Florida. They look good right now. Philippe Franks, he's very solid at quarterback. Miami's got not Tate Martell starting for them. So it should be interesting to see how Miami plays, but I got to go with the more proven Gators.
The U has been it's a shell of the program that it used to be. And there's a great article this morning about how Florida has just gone down the tubes. The traditional powerhouses from Florida State to Florida to Miami, all of them have just, arguably the best team in Florida
UCF
has been UCF over the last 5-6 years, which is ridiculous to think about given where Florida and Florida State used to be. But I got to go with Florida in this case. Miami, like I said, is a shell of the program they used to be.
It's a fair statement. I never like siding with Mr. Chai. It's just something I like to do. But we have to be real here. Manny Diaz moving up to the head coach. I do like what he's going to bring. He might bring a little swag back, but right now it's not the U, it's futility U. We got to take Florida at this point.
If Tate Martell's starting, I'm picking Miami.
And he won't.
And he probably won't. We'll see where he transfers to next to be determined. But other than that, I think I'm going to have to pick Florida on this one. I feel like they're more proven. But I don't believe in Philippe Franks at all as a quarterback. So, I don't think Florida's going to do good long term. I think number 8's a little too high. The next game we got is also tomorrow. The Arizona Wildcats travel across to Hawaii to play the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors.
Arizona, Hawaii, the amazing defensive pillar fight. There will be a lot of points, a lot of yards. At the end of the day, someone has to win. I don't trust Hawaii stopping Arizona on like maybe the last series of the game, so I'm looking for like a 50-45 Arizona win.
Yeah, until Hawaii changes their name from the Rainbow Warriors to just the Warriors, I cannot pick them. Khalil Tate, solid at quarterback for Arizona, so I'm going with the Wildcats.
It's hard for me to pick in this case because I hate Arizona. Arizona's terrible. They're barely a Pac-12 school. We have a situation with Hawaii, though, where they only get this game because they're Hawaii. And you could have picked whoever was going to play them. It's just basically a Hawaiian vacation. Wildcats, enjoy your time in Waikiki because that's what it is. And Hawaii, I hope you make some television money so that you could hopefully field a better team in the future.
Hey, how many Pac-12 championships has Arizona been in, and how many has UCLA been in since them moving it to Levi's?
UCLA has been in 0.
And Arizona's been in how many? 1?
Yes, correct. But we have to remember that Arizona is a program on the down, and UCLA is without a doubt a program on the rise.
Hey, be careful not to bring facts into a discussion or debate with Mr. Chai when it comes to his Bruins. Just
Let's go.
All right, I'm going to pick, this is my upset of the week. I'm going to pick Hawaii over Arizona. I believe in Cole McDonald as the quarterback of Hawaii. I think he's very underrated. He's a I'm going to say top 5, definitely top 10 Power 5 quarterback.
I like Rolo. I believe in Rolo.
So that's my upset pick of the week. I'm going to pick Hawaii over Arizona. The next game we got is next Thursday. Mr. Chai's UCLA Bruins travel to Cincinnati to play the Cincinnati Bearcats.
The fact that UCLA is going to lose back-to-back to Cincinnati is a shame. The fact that UCLA is not good, they're in Los Angeles. I don't know how they're not good. They should be good every year. And the fact that they're going to be losing to Cincinnati twice, it's abysmal.
Wow.
Any comment on that?
That's a terrible analysis, Kyle. I was expecting more from you, especially given the fact that UCLA had no ground attack at the beginning of the year. This year has one of the best offensive lines in the conference. This year has finally a stable running attack and a defense that's going to be easily top 5 in the conference. So I'm going to go ahead and say that what we saw from UCLA last year is not what we're going to see from UCLA this year. All of the reports I've read, and they are many, believe me, I stay up at night reading about any glimmer of hope that we might return to national prominence. And I believe this is the year that we're going back, baby. We're going back, undefeated.
This is once again that time of year where everyone's undefeated, so congratulations.
Woo,
UCLA.
undefeated!
You keep that 0 in the loss column for this week. I'm going to side with you this week, and that's it. So you get
There
your
it
one.
is.
You get your one.
Knight, where are you at?
Obviously, I'm picking Cincinnati.
Obviously, thank you.
I think the Cincinnati team's a really good team. I think they have a chance at challenging UCF for the All-American. I think they could go 12-1 with their only loss to Ohio State, maybe 2 losses later on, but I think the Cincinnati Wildcats team is a good team. They're returning their quarterback. They're 2 top leading rushers, and I see them pulling the victory at home against UCLA.
Yeah, don't forget they went 11-2 last year.
Yeah, they went 11-2.
No one is disagreeing that Cincinnati is a fantastic team. I never said Cincinnati is not a good team. In fact, Cincinnati looks great. With that being said, we're talking about a UCLA team that's completely retooled on offense and defense, has some stability, 2 years in Chip Kelly's system, and I quote, the healthiest team Chip Kelly has ever coached. That's including in the NFL.
Hey, and
It's a matter of time with that.
last point, Mr. Chai did admit he's been reading a lot of fanboy web pages about UCLA, so obviously he's getting some really good info there, so we really got to trust that.
All right, let's move on, but we all know that Cincinnati's going to win deep down in our hearts.
The public apology I'm going to receive next week is going to be so gratifying, everybody. Tune in next week.
Okay, now we're going to move on to another game next Thursday. Number 14, Utah travels to BYU.
Mormon Bowl.
The Mormon Bowl, the holy war of sorts. Nothing greater than playing in front of 60,000 sober white people, but let's go, Utah versus BYU.
Hey, this is
Drunk
my
on Pepsi.
pick right here. I think BYU is extremely tough typically in this game. I like that it's a home game technically for BYU, even though you're going to have people on both sides. I think Cougars handle it. I think they get the win.
Unbelievable. That's terrible.
I think Utah keeps the streak alive. I mean,
That's right.
there is so much better than BYU. From what we've seen last year and into this year, I feel like they're just better than them. I only picked this game because of the rivalry it is. So,
Yeah, Witt is, he's shown that he can play in this game. Witt has shown that he can out-scheme in this game. If this was at Rice Eccles, I would say it's a guaranteed win and like a smash, but since they're playing at Cougar Stadium, I don't know. I'll say that Utah wins, just closer than I was expecting.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Utah, too. I think Utah is a good team coming out of the Pac-12 North. They're going to challenge the University of Oregon, I think. Sac Lake City, their defensive line's really solid, and I think that it's going to come down to Utah and Oregon, not Washington, out of the Pac-12 North.
be the lone dog. Okay.
And Kyle, you want to explain now? We're going to talk about the NFL preview season.
Yeah, we don't have any games for the NFL except preseason. No one wants to talk about preseason. It's meaningless. So we're just going to talk about our previews, what we're looking forward to, what teams we should look out for, and just our overall opinion. So Chai, start us off.
Let's definitely just think for a moment and praise the Lord Jesus that no games are actually played in Winnipeg.
The 80-yard field.
Canada, go figure that. We're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tell you that the Super Bowl is gonna go through LA.
Yep.
I'm just gonna say that Sean McVay has completely changed the culture of what the Rams look like and has changed what the NFC has to do. Now how good you have to be. Think about the Saints last year, the Pack last year, and how good NFC teams have to be now to get through the Rams. I think they have a good plan for health, and if we can see a year out of Goff that we're expecting, I think they are the Super Bowl favorites. With that being said, it's exciting on the AFC side just to see what Kansas City's going to do now with a veteran quarterback. He's not a veteran, but man, I'm excited to see what he can do, what Andy Reid can do with them now with another year under his belt.
Yeah, I think Mr. Chai snuck into my office and read my notes, and that's fine. Sometimes you have to do what you got to do to pass. And so, ultimately, hard to argue with what he said. I think the Rams are poised to take the last step, the big step. I think Goff's ready for it, and who can argue against McVay? I think Kansas City, I have Mahomes as my pick for MVP this year. I think that's where that goes. I think that's going to be one of the most exciting and watched Super Bowls in a long time. One thing to watch out for, I do want to mention, is I think we're a year away from the Giants moving.
Oh God, no!
Daniel Jones, preseason Hall of Fame.
So was Sage Rosenfeld.
Hey, look, we're going to talk about Daniel Jones' greatness later. I'll tell you, I'm getting off.
Mizzou.
Not that I'm on it ever.
Mizzou.
That whole Browns bandwagon, let's get off of that. I think they're going to fade halfway through the year. Between Odell and Baker, someone's going to implode. It's going to get ugly. And so I'm looking for them to have a pretty intense fall. So that's kind of my sleeper pick for something to watch for.
Yeah, I got to agree with you guys. I still feel like the four best teams in the league, it's still the Chiefs, it's still the Rams, it's still the Saints, and it's still the Patriots. It's hard to pick against the Patriots because they always just manage to find a way to win, but they don't usually repeat. They could make it back there, but I just don't see them repeating, especially with Tom Brady being 42.
And no Gronk.
Yeah, and no Gronk. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs out of the AFC. I think Mahomes, it's only his this is going into his third year, and he threw for over 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. That's just insane. So I'll go with Chiefs. I got to go Chiefs-Rams Super Bowl, but I'm going with the Chiefs. Andy Reid gets his first.
Yeah, real quick, I'm going to say my pick. I'm going to pick the Patriots. I mean, it's hard to pick against the Patriots, and especially if Josh Gordon is reinstated and he's coming back. Him and N'Keal Harry on the field with the Patriots. Brady's going to have unlimited weapons, and I think the Patriots go back-to-back. So now we had our game tonight. Obviously, everybody's going to pick BCHS over the Garces Rams. Just a reminder, the game tonight has been moved to 8:30 for varsity, 6 p.m. for JV due to the heat concerns. Real quick, pick your final score.
I don't care that they have a new coach. It doesn't matter. They don't have as much talent. So I'm going BCHS 35, Garces 21.
42-20. 42-20.
Yeah, I got a 38-17 win. I think our defense stifles them most of the game.
I'm going to go 20 Garces, BCHS 38. So that'll do it for this game day, our first one of the year.
Here we go. Let's go, Eagles.
It's been a blast. I'm Nate Jarecki, Kyle Gwynn, Mr. Chai, and Mr. Thiessen.
Eagles!
All right.
We'll see you guys next week.
Rush yards against Garces first quarter, I'm calling it.
Oh, I agree with that.